Could an EMP attack throw America back into the dark ages overnight? It's a serious threat, folks, and it's time to talk about it. Imagine waking up to a world where the simple click of a light switch yields nothing but silence, where streets lie quiet, devoid of the usual hum of traffic. This isn't the plot of a dystopian novel, it's the potential aftermath of an electromagnetic pulse, or EMP, attack. An EMP has the capacity to disrupt and disable all electronic devices and systems across vast distances, effectively paralyzing modern civilization. What exactly is an EMP? It's a burst of electromagnetic energy, capable of originating from the sun's solar flares or from a nuclear explosion in the atmosphere. The effects? Catastrophic. From wiping out communication networks and transportation systems to plunging entire cities into darkness, the ripple effects of an EMP attack are profound and far-reaching. Imagine a world where every electronic device you rely on stops working. That's the reality of an EMP attack. What exactly is an EMP attack, and how does it work? Let's delve into the intriguing world of electromagnetic pulses, or EMPs, and understand their potentially catastrophic impact. An EMP is essentially a burst of electromagnetic energy capable of disrupting or even destroying electronic devices and systems over large areas. The source of this immense energy can be either natural, such as a solar flare, or man-made, typically through a nuclear explosion. Starting with natural sources, solar flares are explosive events on the surface of the sun that release vast amounts of energy into space. When these flares are directed towards Earth, the charged particles can interact with our planet's magnetic field, potentially generating an EMP effect. This natural EMP can disrupt satellite communications, affect electrical grids, and even lead to widespread blackouts. On the other hand, man-made EMPs are usually generated by detonating a nuclear weapon at high altitudes. This method was first discovered during high-altitude nuclear tests in the 1960s. The explosion releases gamma rays that interact with the Earth's atmosphere, creating energetic electrons, which then radiate a massive electromagnetic pulse. This pulse can be so powerful that it damages or destroys electrical and electronic systems within a radius of hundreds or even thousands of miles from the detonation site. The immediate effects of an EMP are both swift and severe. Within seconds, anything with an electronic component can be rendered useless. Cars stop running, communication devices fail, and entire power grids can collapse. The range of these effects depends on several factors, including the altitude of the detonation and the size of the nuclear device. Higher altitudes cover larger areas, making high-altitude EMPs a particularly effective method of disrupting an enemy's infrastructure without directly harming its population. An EMP could result from natural events or as an act of war, plunging our society into chaos. Understanding this phenomenon is the first step in preparing for such a potentially devastating event. Has something like this ever happened before? Let's delve into history for a moment. The most notorious historical precedent of an electromagnetic pulse effect is the Carrington event of 1859. During this solar storm, the skies worldwide erupted into stunning auroras, and the telegraph systems, the most advanced technology of the time, were severely disrupted. Operators reported leaping from their equipment. Some could even send messages despite having disconnected their power sources. Fast forward to more recent times, and we find that our modern infrastructure isn't immune to these threats either. In 2003, a software bug combined with a high solar activity led to the largest blackout in North American history, affecting over 50 million people across the northeastern United States and parts of Canada. It took days to restore power and normalize the situation, revealing just how fragile our grid can be. Even more concerning are the targeted threats. Reports and studies have shown that several nations possess the capability to launch an EMP attack that could cripple the United States' critical infrastructure. The idea is no longer relegated to the realm of science fiction, but is a recognized strategic military tactic that could be used in conflicts. These events show just how real and close to home the threat of an EMP can be. As we consider these historical and potential future threats, it's clear that the danger is not only plausible but also looming, possibly just a single decision away from catastrophe. What would the immediate aftermath of an EMP attack look like? Imagine, if you will, a world where the hum of electronics, once the constant background noise of our lives, falls silent. The first casualty in an EMP attack is the grid. Electricity vanishes, plunging cities and suburbs alike into darkness. Streetlights, computers, even essential hospital equipment all cease to function. The interconnected web of modern civilization, so reliant on electronic pulses, is severed in an instant. Communication breakdown is swift and total. Cell phones, the lifelines to our families and friends, become nothing more than lifeless shells. The internet, a vast repository of human knowledge and connectivity, disappears. Radios, televisions, and all forms of digital communication are rendered obsolete. Imagine not knowing how widespread the damage is or whether help is coming at all. The uncertainty alone is paralyzing. Transportation systems grind to a halt. Cars with electronic ignition systems are stopped dead on highways. Trains that rely on electric signals are stalled on their tracks. Air travel, grounded. The immediate effect is not just inconvenience, but isolation. Cities become islands, and communities are cut off from each other, making it challenging to mobilize aid or share resources. The ripple effects extend to healthcare and food supply, both of which are heavily dependent on electronic management systems. Hospitals, stripped of their ability to function normally, face dire shortages of power-dependent medical equipment, while pharmaceutical supplies dwindle without preservation systems. Similarly, the food supply chain collapses. Supermarkets, reliant on electronic transactions and inventory systems, quickly run out of stock, leading to shortages and inevitably panic buying. In this new reality, the skills and tools of our ancestors become not just valuable, but essential for survival. Manual farming, water sourcing, and even the use of non-electric tools become critical knowledge as communities strive to adapt to a life without electricity. In minutes, an EMP can send us back to a lifestyle akin to the early 19th century. Is America ready to handle such a catastrophic event? When we delve into the preparedness levels against an EMP attack, the answer might surprise you. The United States, a global leader in technology and defense, still faces significant vulnerabilities when it comes to electromagnetic pulse resilience. Firstly, let's consider the government's approach. At the federal level, there have been strides towards securing critical infrastructure. Initiatives and strategies are in place aimed at protecting the power grid and other essential services. However, the implementation of these plans is uneven, with some areas significantly better protected than others. This patchwork protection poses a stark challenge. Not all regions are equally prepared, and an EMP could easily exploit these weaker links. Turning to the private sector, the picture is similarly mixed. While some large corporations have developed robust systems to shield their operations from electromagnetic disturbances, many smaller businesses lack the resources or the understanding necessary to do the same. This discrepancy creates a potential domino effect in the economy, where the failure of small businesses could impact larger sectors dependent on their services. Moreover, public awareness and personal preparedness are low. Few individuals understand the full impact of an EMP, let alone how to prepare for one. This lack of awareness and readiness at the personal level further complicates the overall resilience of the nation. So, is America truly prepared for an EMP attack? While progress has been made, the current state of readiness might be less than reassuring, highlighting a significant gap in our national security framework. What steps can you take to protect your family and your way of life? Let's delve into some practical measures you can adopt to prepare for an EMP attack. Firstly, consider constructing an EMP-proof shelter. This can be as simple as modifying an existing room in your home with materials that can block electromagnetic fields, such as aluminum foil or galvanized steel. This space could serve as a sanctuary that protects critical electronics like radios, medical equipment, and small generators. Secondly, it's crucial to stock up on essential supplies. Think beyond just food and water. Include items that will help you sustain without modern conveniences. Stockpile manual tools like can openers and hand-cranked appliances, solar-powered lights and chargers, as well as plenty of batteries. Also, consider water purification methods and non-perishable food items that can last several years. Understanding basic survival skills is also paramount. Learn how to start a fire without matches, how to forage for edible plants, and basic first aid. These skills will prove invaluable should you find yourself needing to survive without access to modern facilities. Communication is another key aspect. Keep non-electronic forms of communication available, such as maps and a physical compass. Also, have a plan for reconnecting with family members in case you are separated when the grid goes down. Lastly, community cooperation can enhance your preparedness. Work with your local community to develop contingency plans, share resources, and support each other. The stronger the community bond, the better the chances of thriving during post-EMP scenarios. Preparation can significantly mitigate the effects of an EMP attack on your family and community. Facing the reality of an EMP attack might seem daunting, but being informed is the first step towards preparedness. Today, we've explored the chilling potential of EMPs to disrupt our modern way of life, from blanketing cities in darkness to halting all digital communication. Understanding this threat is crucial, as is taking proactive measures to shield ourselves and our communities. It's about more than just survival. It's about resilience. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and most importantly, start preparing today.